Hello everyone, this is RB Let's Play, and this is a new episode. In the light of FIFA 17 coming out recently, I've decided that I'm going to do one last send-off for my FIFA 16 boys, just while I wait through the last couple of hours until the official launch of 17, because I've wasted all my profile hours, unfortunately. So yeah, well, these I never recorded any of this, but this is probably my favourite career mode ever, this one I'm about to load up now. It ended up being a club and country one, which is a nod to Docs, who's a brilliant FIFA YouTuber I find. I'll talk you through the premise right now, but as you can see, I did a career mode of RB Leipzig. In the fourth season now, I think. I'm 2 points off the lead there in Dortmund, against Dortmund rather. I played a lot of this on Legendary, but I think I was on World Class the last I looked. Yeah, I was indeed, so fuck it, last game, it doesn't matter whether I win or lose, I'll go on Legendary. So yeah, I'm just going to give you a quick guide through my club, and it's for my benefit as well, I think, just because I would like to see the the final team I ended up with, because I developed these a lot. Now, the fact it's called Club and Country is that was the premise. Until the latest season I started on, probably best to look at my history actually. I set a limit that I could only use German players, and of course the first season was very tough. I took charge of RB Leipzig in FIFA 16 when they were in the second division, so the first season was just a case of getting them up, and it took a lot of sort of simming, to be honest. I think I simmed the most of the first division, so as you can see I'm actually on Division 5 on this one, or I got up to that. So the challenge was to set up a team first and foremost. It was really tough, and as the seasons progressed, I made use of the free transfers a bit, because I really needed it to get the best German players. Of course, I ended up sort of running out of German players, and the good thing is on this that I learnt a lot about German football, about the up and comers. And you know, I could probably reel off half the German players on this game that go well in potential now, just because I probably ended up having them at my club at some point or another. So that's how we did first season. As I said, I actually finished second, but I simmed a lot of that. I think as long as I got promoted, I wasn't too arsed. And the main focus was on player development for this. So there was a big cull at the start of the squad. However, as you can see, my record transfer fee for this season was Stefan Kiesling, which is a bit of a snippet. I ended up selling him after a season, Kiesling, but he did the biz. He got us up. You can see we won 23, drew 9, lost 10 of 42 games. Never reached the quarterfinal cup. I think that year we actually got a bit of a spanking by someone who is a Bundesliga team. Can't quite recall, but I do seem to remember a bit of a 3-0 defeat. I think it might have been Wolfsburg actually. Now the second season, I go over there. There we go. I reached my objective by qualifying for Champions League. I actually finished third. Now, I put on world class throughout this run until the last full season and the start of this one, because I actually had a really poor start. So I think the last couple of games I put on world class. But as you can see, third place I was quite happy with. Conceded 53, so my problem was defence from the start. But I got rid of Young and brought Volland in, and Kevin Volland was massive. I think he was there right till the end. I may well have sold him this season, but we'll soon find out and look at the actual squad I ended up with. I won the Europa League as well, I've just noticed. I think I remember that now. I knocked out Liverpool in the semi-final in like an epic game. It was like, I think I won through on away goals, and it was like 5-all or something. I'm sure we drew 3-all down at Anfield and 2-all back at my place. Made the quarterfinals of the Deutsche Pokal, and that was that season. That was pretty well and good. I mean, this was my most enjoyable career mode just because it was a grind, and I might well end up on 17 doing a similar thing, Club and Country. I think I'll just see how far my other two career modes go, because 2 does seem like it might still be enough. However, this one was amazingly enjoyable, as I said. I mean, this one we actually won the league title. The third season overall, but the second in charge. And as you can see, I had an amazing season this season. I only conceded 47, scored 103. And pretty much from the second season onwards, I pretty much played every game. I might have simmed the odd one in the cup, perhaps. But I'd say of them 54, I probably played at least 50 of them. Diego Dan was our biggest sale, and brought Nicolas Soulé in, but there are some on here that don't do justice, and I think I'll talk through that when I get to my actual squad. For example, Daniel Didavi, who I got on a free, grew to be a monster. Got him from Stuttgart to Cam, and he ended up going to an 84 from about 80, I think. So we actually won the Manager of the Year award this season when we brought Nicolas Soulé in. He showed up the defence. Only got round 2 of the Deutsche Pokal. I'm not even sure I actually ever won this cup. Well, we'll soon find out, but as you can see, we actually won the Champions League. I remember that one. We beat Man United in our own backyard in a final in Old Trafford. Having been 1-0 down, so it was really rewarding, that one. The next season, we won it again, and as you can see, there's a big difference. The year before, I signed Ilkay Gundogan on a free, then I sold him to Napoli for 50 mil. Brought in Jerome Boateng from Barcelona for 45 mil. Yes, he ended up at Barca. Scripted transfer on FIFA 16 for the win. But again, conceded less than the amount of games I played, and scored over 100 goals. Lost 10, so I think this season was actually a tougher run in the league, if I recall. I'm sure, the year before, I dicked it. But this one was a lot closer. By the way, the year I finished third, by about 4 points behind Bayern, and I think Dortmund was second. So I remember that season, it was particularly a close run thing. But we got to the quarterfinals, Deutsche Pokal, as I said. I never really did too well on that. Won Manager of the Year award again, though. Then this season, I broke me pattern. Basically, what I did was, as well as only being able to sign Germans, I'll stress this as well, I was allowed to play anyone of any nationality as long as they came from my youth academy. So I had a few players from the youth academy as well, but I eventually got to the point where there were only a couple of Germans left available to buy who were any decent. So I thought, fuck it, got Ronaldo for 47 mil, which is a brilliant deal because he's still 93. And currently 4th, but that is this season. I was only so far into this one. As you can see, I lost 3 games, unfortunately. Progress of round 2 in the Deutsche Pokal. I'm guessing I'm still in that, as well as the Champions Cup group stage. Timo Werner went for 8 mil. I'm surprised that. I had him in for a few years. He had one season, I remember, that was really good. Then I think he just sort of tailed off after that. But that was my progress. As you can see, it was another reason why I love this career mode so much is that despite being up against the odds in my requirements, I actually did quite well. And it did just seem more rewarding when I got players and sort of brought them through. And they're like... So this was my final squad in the end. This guy was a youth academy product, Stefan Kuhn. Absolute monster. Look at his stats on there. This guy, he's Oliver Kahn's love child, I think, Oliver Kuhn, I used to call him for a time. So I got this guy through as about a 67 rated 17-year-old, I think, and he just grew reasonably quickly. He's unhappy in morale, so I'm guessing he was after another contract or something, but he just kept growing, and I feel like if I'd have carried on with this career mode, this guy would have made a 90 at least. Matthias Ginter was a purchase since 2017. We're now in 2019 in this career mode, so I had him for a few years. Ginter was decent. You can see he got a goal and assist on there as well, so he was pretty attacking. Mats Hummels I signed on a free, as you can see, from Man United. I signed him this same season as Boateng, so I'd had him a year before then. And these were game changers. I mean, I'd already won a lot, to be fair, but it just always felt more comfortable with these two in defence. As you can see, it's the best defence possible with the German connection there for the lads. This guy was a monster as well. 74 rated, 18 years of age. He came through my academy, Philip Fitzner. I think he might have been a Scout Future Star, I'm not too sure, but I mean, look at this. Aggression 96. I used to piss myself with that because he was just going mad for it. He's only 18 and he loves getting involved. He loves a scrap, and as you can see, attacking was amazing. So, I mean, looking through this squad, I know I've got FIFA 17, but I may still end up keeping this file going on the side because, I might just end up simming it, I think. And maybe I'd do another video of these 5 years down the line in a couple of weeks, perhaps, because I would have ended up with a team full of all 90s, I think. Because Ginter's not even my best right back, by the way. We'll wait to see that. But Fitzner is definitely on the road to greatness there, I feel. His physicals would have gone up a lot more as well. Julian Weigl was a great signing. I got from Borussia Dortmund. 83 rated, 24 years of age. I got him in as a 78, I think. Got him in second season, Weigl. So he was a bit of an ever-present. And one of the main reasons we did so well, look at short passing and long passing, 95 and 88. This guy was unreal in CDM. He mopped up everything and he fed the likes of this guy, who's another guy destined for greatness, I think. 77 rated, 20 years of age. Now, Christopher Mielitz owes his place in legend amongst this setup. I got him in the third season, I think, from Bayern Munich. I loaned him in for that season. Then I ended up signing for about 2.5, 3 mil, something like that. Now, his first game against Bayern, in a game that proved crucial when I won the league narrowly, he scored a hat-trick at the Allianz Arena. So they clearly regretted letting him go, and that was the main thing. Look at this. Acceleration 98, sprint speed 96, balance 98. This guy was amazing physically, and he'd have only gone up physically. So again, I think exciting prospect. He'd have ended up about an 86, 87 at the least, Mielitz. He also had another Mielitz at the club, which I'll see later, who, I just refer to them as brothers. I like to imagine that they've turned up, smashing it. I think the other one was on loan to Barcelona, for instance. Here's Daniel Didavi, who I got on the free. As you can see by the stats on the side, all these guys chipped in with goals. It was a well-balanced effort from this team, which I quite liked as well. And Didavi's a really good player to sign for FIFA 17 as well. He's just a bit of an everyman, as you can see. His shot power was 94, and his ball control 95. So the amount of long goals and amazing goals scored by Didavi was definitely worth note. I would like to sign him again on 17, given a chance. Oh my god, Roman Miembo went down a rating, but this is the best prospect. He was a Scout Future Star who was insane. You can see he got injured this season, so he actually went down and physically, but his physicals had a lot to go. And again, I think if that had gone up in time, this guy could have been 90 plus. I think his potential was actually 92 to 94. When he was 17, he was already about the 76 or 16, something like that. Like, when I promoted him to the squad, it was 75 at least, I'd say. And it was really weird because I actually couldn't promote him until January. There was like some bug, I remember, but I just used that time to train him. And he's pretty solid, as you can see. 3 goals and 6 Bundesliga appearances from Cam. I ended up dropping Didavi back and playing Miembo. Now, this setup, as you can see on the start screen, I ended up playing 4-1-2-1. And it worked really well for the RB Leipzig, because I just found like I didn't really have wingmen. I sort of had 4 centre mids really, except I played Mielitz at right side just because of how fast he was. But again, if I do end up simming this, I think Miembo will end up being the best player in the game, perhaps. Thomas Muller was a brilliant signing. I signed him for cash, I think, from Bayern for about 40 mil, 38 mil, something like that. It was 90 stamina, it was 90 finishing. This guy was a monster. His penalties were brilliant. I think he arrived as an 87 and just stayed that way. But despite only scoring 3 goals on the side there, I think his first full season he did much better. And he got about 20 goals that season or something like that. Ronaldo just started going down at the age of 34, but as you can see, I thought I got rid of Volland. It was 47 mil plus Volland, so it did seem a bit cheap, to be fair, for Ronaldo. He didn't set the world alight goal scoring wise as well, but I think that just shows you it was a bit of a team effort. However, he was just starting to bed in when I finished on this career mode. Matthias Kertovic was Zlatan's regen I got on loan. Now this guy, 77 rated, 20 years of age. Again, I mean, we had such good young prospects. Look at his pace, exact same as Mielitz, and he was a handy option from the bench. Kertovic, again, I think I would have signed him on a full contract because it broke me promise of just Germans aside from my youth academy there. Mielitz is German, by the way, you can probably tell by the name, but Kertovic, of course, being Swedish. I would have happily brought him in and he'd have been dangerous. This was again another one that I broke. Look at this guy's physicals. This is Xabi Alonso's regen, Alejandro Fraile Martin. He was a 78 rated CDM, he's 20 years of age. He came in and just pretty much started on rotation. I signed him from Werder Bremen for dirt cheap, 6 mil plus Sinan Kurt, who was a 71 rated left mid, I think, who never really grew but performed better than his rating suggests. However, this guy just looked top class basically, and he would have ended up being our main CDM, I think, past Weigl even, because I think he would have got better than him. This was Kaka's regen, as you can see, signed from America for 3 mil. Francisco Lona Mayer, 77 rated, 19 years of age. And I mean, I forgot about half these guys, to be honest. Looking through this squad's mainly for my benefit, I think, because I will watch this video back in a year or two and be like, oh, I remember this guy. Lona Mayer was one of them. He only ever played 10 games for the club, but as you can see, he made a mark already. And he would have had another one who, you know, a lot of these youngsters would have ended up at least 85, I'm sure. Fabien Barthelme had just signed from Saint Etienne for 4 mil plus someone else, so can't remember who the other one was, but this guy rivaled Fitzner for left back, because in the end they were sort of ahead of the other guy I had, who's probably the one I offered up. I think it was Halstenberg, was my left back for 3 or 4 years, so I was sort of loyal to him until these guys come in. Sulu just got phased out, as you can see, form bad. We're all very unhappy, so yeah, transfer listed him in the end, I think, just because the other Germans came in, but for a time Sulu was decent for us. I forgot I had Dante Martial. So he was, I mean, you can see my strike options on the bench were insane. With Martial 81 rated, he was 23. I'd have hoped he'd have grown more, but I'd only just signed him for 6.5 mil plus Julian Brandt, who is another guy I signed first season, I think. Leon Goretzka I'd signed on a free. He was a bit of a utility squad player, as you can see again. I did tend to prefer using the youngsters, but he was good in all positions, really, Goretzka, so he just filled in there. Elabai Camera, I had loan listed. This guy was Dutch. I think he was Der Kouts regen. He was pretty solid, but he didn't get much game time. He did get a goal in the pre-season sort of though. And I think I just signed him, looking to loan him just to see how he does get on, but no one ever came in. Leonard Gimba was a youth academy product. Didn't really do too much, Gimba, but just on a rating alone, he'd have ended up about 75 plus, I'm sure. This guy looked decent. Marvin Gortler was again another one of my academy products. I mean, you can see the size of my squad was actually ridiculous, actually. But Gortler was solid, 72, 18. Patrick Mickle at left back. I had a lot of left backs come from my academy. This was one of my own product. Johannes Bruch, again, one of my products. These are all German, these guys, by the way. So they fit the bill. He only ever played 1 game, got an assist and an 8.6. So I say that, I think Bruch was there for a couple of years actually. I do remember this guy being involved in the setup the year before. Don't remember this guy. I must have just signed him and he never did play. So I left at the wrong time. Zdravko Palatanovic. But I do think this guy was what's his name? Nemanja Vidic's regen. 66-20. I think he would have ended up getting a lot better because his physicals were pretty decent, so he had a lot of room for technical improvement. Nicolo Longo was Andrea Pirlo's regen. So I got a lot of them in this year actually. I think this main season was just focusing on getting the best of the best in. So I spent a long amount of hours just looking at these guys basically, looking for these regens. Cesar Valente was a Scout Feature star, I think, that again looked like he was going to go half decent, but yeah, he come in a bit too late to make a real impact. Lucas Gifo was one of my academy products, showing great potential. 72-19, this guy would have been a monster. As you can see, I mean, I could have fielded about 3 different teams at the end, really, that would have been decent. This is one that never really worked out. Ryan Tuohi, he was a academy product that, yeah, just didn't quite set the world alight. He was another one who was a product, an army, an exciting prospect from Japan. I got this guy in the latest season. And 63-17, yeah, he could have been pretty decent, this guy. Marcio Sepulveda, was amazing as a 16, 17-year-old, but just never really grew. He grew like 1 rating, I think, in about 3 years. So I sort of phased him out in the end. Now this guy, if you've caught any of my FIFA 17 career mode, playing as Bournemouth, I actually signed Lucas Klosterman because I was loyal to him. This guy was my right back until I signed Ginter. He was my first choice right back pretty much throughout. I think Ginter sort of shared the right back position with him 50-50 because I did really love Klosterman just because of his pace. Look at his pace, 89, 92. This guy was an amazing right back, and I'd really recommend him for anyone who's involved. I didn't really use him much in the last season, as you can see, but until then, I think his rating should have been much higher based on his performances in previous seasons. Kempf, I sort of phased out. This guy I signed second season. He was first choice centre back for a couple of years and served me quite well. So no one ever came in for him, but it's a shame because his performances were pretty solid. Then these were the guys I loaned out, I think. Yeah, Prince Akbala was at Bayern Munich. Again, this guy could have been pretty special. 66-18. JP Mielitz, who is the brother of Christopher Mielitz, as I like to call it. 74-21. So again, this guy was pretty damn special. I thought he was at Barca. I think he was at Barca the year before. And this season, I sent him to Gladbach. Like his brother, he was rapid. And physically, he was a bit of a monster. So he'd have made an impact, I think, if he spent the whole season at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Dennis Schaefer was one of my keepers who I brought through. Didn't really do too well, to be honest. Bellinghausen, though, is another story. 73 centre-back, 19 years of age. I actually played him a lot until I brought the 2 main German centre-backs in the year before, then to just sort of loan him out for Juventus. He was on a 2-year loan, I think. So not a bad club to go at. And he was starting to grow again, so he'd have been someone who's 85 plus potential, I think. Salim Holland was again one of my academy prospects. The last 3 have all been. He was on loan at Kaiserslautern. This guy was Dutch, I think, and yeah, he was Dutch as well as his name. You can probably tell, Holland. That's how I remember this guy. And he was pretty fucking damn handy actually whenever I brought him in off the bench. But fortunately, he never really broke into the first team. Hendrik Pledl's the same. I think I just signed this guy actually before I loaned him out to Rapid Vienna. So just a youth for these guys. Vicente Levado was actually a squad feature star that never quite worked out. He looks a lot better there. 72 left wing, 18. But, you know, now I'm saying this, I think I've got 2 Vicente Levados. I'm sure I had 2. No, it doesn't seem so. I did definitely have a Vicente Levado as a midfielder, and he turned out shit, so I think this was just a regenerated name. Renterod never really worked. He was an academy prospect. In fact, all these 3 were for me. So, Giacomo Sala looked amazing, actually. 69 rating, 18 years of age, right back. He'd have ended up probably being a first choice right back, this guy. But for now, I think I'd sent him to Nuremberg. Paloise he was French, this guy, went to Manchester City on loan. And physically, he had a lot of room to grow. As well as Daniel Mangoni, who, along with Bellinghausen, probably would have ended up being my main centre-back. So it's quite a thorough walk through his post. So sorry guys, but I really did love this team. And just like to have a quick look through, and it was quite a big squad, but there they were, done the run through for them. I'm hoping there's a day to advance until the next game. Thankfully there is, because I'm going to have one last game with them, then show my ultimate team that I ended up with. So the last game on Legendary, I might well get smashed because I haven't played 16 in a long time before even 17 came out actually. But I've got a decent team, so yeah, I'll take a 0-0 to be honest, as long as I don't lose my last game. I'm going to hopefully see these guys off in style. So they were my kits from last season. I liked both really. And thankfully I had a full strength, so this was, let me just look, yeah, this was the full strength team I was using in the last season, along with my bench on there. So as you can see, even the reserves, I mean, all of these guys were new players, and it was only about 5 years in, so I had like built a whole new team really. The only one that ever remained from the start, actually, just run through that. Lucas Klosterman. Well, that's it. Literally, Klosterman was the last guy remaining, and for a long time, I played Klosterman there. Weigl was there from pretty much the second season, or even the first maybe. And Daniel Dadavi was cam for a long time until Miembo came in. So all these guys were relatively new, but even then, even with this setup, I think the only non-German's actually Ronaldo. It's only 4 minutes on Legendary. Hopefully we can do something with these boys still after all these months. Because the last time I played with these was probably April or May. And last time, you know, from about February onwards, I think, for about 3 or 4 months, I pretty much smashed this save file and just played it to death. Then, yeah, gradually I sort of got tired of FIFA 16 in the end, unfortunately. And with 17 being out now, I don't think I'm going to be on it too much more. So this is the eulogy of this great team I had. Now, Hertha Berlin are on the attack here with the reader. They've got space behind. Come on, Matt. Get that out, Stefan. That's what he's all about, lads. This is what he's been doing since I brought him in. Boateng to Ginter. Thomas Muller. He cuts inside. An old FIFA 16 go-to trick. But it's been tackled to Bonatini. And, Jesus, I'm rusty at this game. It's going to come back quickly, hopefully. So I think, because it has been a while since I played, depending on how I do, I might actually have a last game with my ultimate team as well. I'm not too sure yet. I don't want the episode to be too long, but I definitely do want to show you my ultimate team because it was pretty handy towards the end. Oh god, it's the reader. Nearly got a goal. Oh, Daniel Dadavi. That's what he does best. And tackled by Pekarik. Mielitz lurking with his outrageous pace. Ronaldo. Weigl's going to cut this across. Oh, Pekarik's just turned me to pieces there though. I got that to Kegi, whatever his name is. I'll just quickly mention as well, actually, I don't think I did say, the idea of club and country as well is to, the only national job you can take is the country that you opted for. And I did end up managing Germany. I'd literally just taken them over about 3 months before, I think. So I never had any actual tournament play with them. Unfortunately, I took over at a wrong time. You know, it wasn't like a year where they're playing a tournament or something. So holy shit, I really am rusty on this. It's everything that's wrong with FIFA 16 just come back to me already. A lot of the build up on Legendary, you have to sort of just go sideways to stand any chance. Might be space here though. Christopher Mielitz has fed it to Thomas. Go on, Tom. Here he goes, he cuts inside, he waits for the run. On to Weigl. Again, where are the people? It's Philip Fitz now. He's made it through. Fitz to Muller! Yes, Thomas! On our last game. That's what we're about. On Legendary, that was the only real way to do it. You'd have to sort of be uber patient with your build up. But we got through. Philip Fitzner picks it up here. He just cuts inside. The Youth Academy product. Onto his German teammate, Thomas Muller, who threads it in. I was calling out Thomas Muller actually for his lack of goals this season heading into this game, but that's what he's about. I think it's quite fitting that Thomas Muller ends up scoring a goal because he probably was our second highest club goal scorer actually in the end, behind Kevin Volland. Stefan's? Oh, Stefan, what the fuck? So they've equalised already, so it's quite an entertaining game actually for the last one. Goals galore already.
Well, that is one that
But immediate response for Hertha Berlin. They were a bit of Achilles heel of mine at times, this side actually. For a long time it was Hoffenheim, kept doing something against me, but there was a season I think where Hertha Berlin beat me in both league games I think, and knocked me out of the cup. Oh, fucking hell, it was Weigl nearly there. Brilliant ball by Roman Miambo. The Skull future star, who turned heads with his early performances. So Andre Ayew ended up here to Berlin. It's him on the ball. Pekarik. He's giving Boateng nightmares. Come on, Jerome. Excellent strength by Jerome. It's on to Weigl. FIFA 16 way to do it. The hold up play to Fitzner. On to Ronaldo. Cristiano. Ah, God. I was waiting for the ball. So the 1-0 normally I'd be unhappy with, but the fact I'm not really going to carry on with this, I'm not too bothered, and as a result, I'll probably will end up just completely going for it later on, all out attack. But I usually sort of wait till about the 70-minute mark at the least. So Ginter to Muller. Feeds it to Boateng. Onto Philip Fitzner. Didavi. Boateng. Back to Didavi. Amble our way sideways, lads. Slow and steady. Ginter. To Didavi. Oh, we're getting somewhere now. It all comes back. It's Thomas. Oh, that's a great tackle by Skelre. On to Jan Sommer, who's dawdling a bit. Ginter will pick that up. On to Roman. Thomas finds Roman. Go on, Miambo. In that corner. Yes, Miambo. Like a beast. Thomas Muller's going to take it. I don't really agree with that. Did I really set him as free kick taker? I usually liked it to be Miambo because I like to get assists with him because he felt like a bit more like my man. Yeah, just because I'd sort of brought him up from the academy and trained him so much. That was shocking by Fitzner, who's had a good game until now. Bonatoni wins that. Matthias Ginter's going to cut across, hopefully. Get the right side, Ginter. Come on, son. Oh, it's a ball in. Well dealt with by Fitzner. Your tones. Yes, Jerome. So what are we on? 63 minutes. I think it is time to finally go ultra attack it. I sort of recommended generally, I mean, if you are still playing FIFA 16, on Legendary, I think it is actually best to go ultra attacking pretty early because I just found it so easy, so hard to score. Sorry, because you know, don't get me wrong, there were some games on Legendary even where I might have won 3-0 or 4-0 or something. This could be a goal. Oh, it's just fucking safe. As if Ronaldo's hit that out. But yeah, generally the consensus was that there weren't many goals in the games all around on FIFA. Certainly on AI. I think it took getting used to AI. And a lot of time it was a trial of patience and concentration because you had to press them so well because they just kept the ball particularly well, the AI on this game last year, just because largely they just passed sideways. Oh, Behrens has got past there. Oh, and again, fuck me. Get that out, lads. Oh, Stefan, putting pressure on. That was best game actually, his last game, Stefan Kuhn, but I remember him for greater things than this. So I did expect it, but that's largely been mostly Hertha. It's been a while since I played on this. However, as I've said at the start, I'd happily take a draw. Just as long as this game isn't, this file isn't ended on a sour note. Be lovely stuff. So 83 minutes. Let's go all attack now.
We're into the last 5 minutes.
I'm going to commit.
Either side's go.
Matt Hummels to Davy. Oh. Cut out there. And it's on to Behrens. Feeds it to Skjelbred. Oh, well done, Julian. That's what he's about. Centre defensive mid. Mopping up shit. He was like a Makaleli for us. Old Julian Weigl. Stefan Kuhn's on that. Normally did in that situation. Knock it out there. And let him run. And the ball's on for Jerome Boateng. What's he doing up there? Go on, Jerome. There he goes. Weigl! Oh, he's off the bar! Unbelievable. So let's just break off then, because the door just randomly opened. As you can see, the final game, 1-0. Oh my god, Julian Weigl, that would have wrapped it up nicely if he scored that right at the last minute. So we both hit the woodwork, you can see they had the header early on. And generally my build-up play was sort of similar to that with Leipzig. I'd sort of try and absorb pressure, as you can see. We had 50% each of the ball. I limited them to just one shot on target, and they scored it. So pass accuracy 88, today's at 89. That was what was required on FIFA 16. I do think 17's a bit more balanced towards attack being similar to defence, because this game was largely about defence. So I've tried the better of that game, stat based anyway. I thought in the actual play that they maybe bossed it, but apparently not. Bundesliga. So nice way to send off with the boys. I ended up, I was probably about 5th in the league there actually, but as I said, I may well off cam for my own benefit end up simming a few seasons just to see which of my youngsters did turn out the best. But for now, that's it. Just quickly show me scouting actually, because I forgot who we had. This guy looks fucking good. He was only a month in. So I'm going to say I didn't really have any monsters in the academy actually. I think most of the best ones had already sort of developed and promoted. So it doesn't hurt. The last time I played it was actually 28th of August. I think I did play 1 or 2 games that day, to be fair. Then before that it was at least May, I'd say. All the other files I had sort of ran out by February. So that's sort of the date I started that Club and Country wrong. It's all I played until I started that Pompey one. I think it usually went that way. I think I ended up on that day coming on my Leipzig file, playing a game or two, then realised I was actually pretty bored. Then I went on to start me Portsmouth one, which became the Bournemouth file and the new one. That was the Super League first iteration of that I did, and I did quite enjoy that. Well, I disconnected from my last match, right? Well, as you can see, actually I finished with 58,000 coins, so I could well have spent that. My record on the top right there is 229 wins, 71 draws, 206 defeats. But I spent most of my time in Division 2. I think I'm actually in Division 2 now. Division 2, yeah, I just started a new one. On Ultimate Team, I spent a good few seasons in Division 1, a couple in Division 3, and you know, after the original push to up, I think I did get as far down as Division 4 once, but I came straight back up. So I do remember having 3 successive relegations once, which is horrific. But there's my record on this. The top one includes games against opponents. So I won 7 titles. My best finish in Division 1 was 16 points. I thought it was actually 17, but it was 16 in the end. My average possession was dead on. My pass accuracy 75. Oh wow. Okay, I've got to have a last game with these guys, haven't I? Because with my club, I scored 998 goals. So there's the target. Come on, lads. Let's make it to 1,000. And whoever gets the 1,000th is my player of the club for the whole duration. So in how many games overall? Let's see. About approaching 500 games overall. I had almost 1,000 goals, so I feel pressured now all of a sudden in this last game on Division 2 as well. But I'm just going to show you my team I ended up with, and as you can see, it's an absolute monster team. Koke is the only one I didn't remember having. I signed him literally last time I was on this, I think, but if you count my Ultimate Team playthrough on FIFA 17, you'll notice how excited I was when I got Emilio Butragueño on loan. That's because I had the real Butragueño here. So this was me. I had a couple of setups actually, I can tell you a few others, but this was easily my best and easily my favourite. Inform Konoplyanka, Legend Butragueño, Messi, who I got reasonably early on actually. I got him in like November or December or something, Messi, so you play a lot of games. You can see by the stats. Messi ended up playing 178 games for the club, scoring 91 and assisting 47. He never got sent off as well, getting Leo. Butragueño was an absolute beast. He played 198 games for the club, scored 160, assisted 65. Konoplyanka, 146, 56 and 42. So these guys were dynamite. You can see the pace of them as well. 94, 91, 92. These were just insane. Modric played 214. Well, you can see the stats. I won't run through them all actually because it'll take too long. But we'll click on the stats of each of them. And if there's anything particularly notable like that, I'll point it out. Busquets ended up getting sent off 3 times. Modric once. And Koke ended up playing 27 games actually, so he played a lot more than I anticipated. This was team of the season Koke, so I also had a team of the season Marcelo. That was team of the year Marcelo actually, I think. Around December time he came out. He played 89 games, so as you can see he had a lot of game time for us. Sergio Ramos had it for a long time. As did Frank Rijkaard. I actually had a Rijkaard 251 games, so I got him a couple of months into it. Bought for 290,000. Rijkaard was an excellent purchase, so I definitely recommend him as a legend. Informed Dani Alves. It just shows how much I use these guys actually. Looking through it, the only one that didn't play at least 100 games was Koke. Yeah, even Casillas played 100. James played a lot. I think he dropped out. As you can see, he played 211 games. So he was a bit of an ever-present until Koke came in. Now, my other main squads, I had a few. My Serie A one was fairly decent. I had an Inform Insigne, Inform Guarin. See Pogba when he was at Juve, Chiellini, Alexandro, Buffon, Lichtsteiner, Nainggolan, and I used these two at the top just because they were so OP. I think I played them two, Butragueño, Messi, in every setup I had actually, except perhaps in Bundesliga one. Bundesliga one I had Lewandowski as well, Thomas Muller, Alonso, Vidal was on loan, but I think I did have the real one as well. Granit Xhaka I used, I forgot I even had him. Naldo, Alaba, Leno, Piszczek. So as you can see, I did have a lot of different squads that I was reasonably happy with. I played this a lot, this Ultimate Team, so might not play the new one as much. I think it just depends on how I do find FIFA 17 online. What was the other one? Right, Premier League. I also had Alexis Sanchez, Torre, David Silva, De Bruyne, Azpilicueta, Inform, Koscielny, Petr Cech, and Seamus Coleman. Then I think that was pretty much it for all my squads. I think all these are just sort of hybrids or something. Yeah, it's a bit of a... I don't know what the fuck that is. That's just a La Liga team with Sanchez in there for some reason. I think that was a failed experiment, but I'm going to play this as the OGs, the best team, the one I used the most, which was me La Liga team, 88 rated in the end, 400 chemistry. So do this game then, the video will probably be approaching the hour mark, and FIFA 17 draws nearer, so there's only about an hour or so before that releases, so pretty sure again this will be the last time I ever play with this Ultimate Team. And yeah, 17's got a long way to go to match this team. As you can see, the opponent's pretty handy as well. He's got Aubameyang, Lewandowski, Çalhanoğlu, Royce, Douglas Costa, Vidal. Don't know who the left back is. Boateng, Hummels, Piszczek, and I didn't catch his keeper, but it's probably Neuer.
This is the first game of the season, and they will want to get off on the
So Division 2, this guy's not going to be a mug. And I haven't played this online in some time, so hopefully I manage to hit the ground running. He's cut me out there. Messi. Koke! Oh, it's 1-0 already. Get in, boys. That's goal 999. I think that's his first for the club as well, Koke. Right, I'm not going to abuse my opponent with the replay, actually. It would have been a brilliant start to Life in Division 2 again. Hopefully we just see the game out, because, oh my god. As you can see, online on FIFA 16, I actually found it really tough to defend. I had a lot of games that were like this, just like end-to-end, high scoring. It's the reason I never did win Division 1. I was not a bad player on this. You can see I got 16 points once, so I was only a couple of wins off winning it. However, my Achilles heel was always my defence. They were quite high rate as well, so it's one of them where I think the reason I stopped playing this quite so much online is I think it did get to the point where it sort of dawned on me that it doesn't really matter what team I have, I don't think I'm going to win Division 1. So it's going to be the aim for FIFA 17. Still doubt I'll do it. I'd be surprised, but you never know. And just one thing's for sure, if I have half as much fun playing on that Ultimate Team as I did with these boys for 6 or 7 months, then I'll be quite content doing me walkthrough. So let's look at Modric. It's Dani Alves. He feeds Messi. Oh, turned the wrong way there a bit. Oh, Luca. I love that. He's cut inside. To Busquets. To Emilio. It is. Get in, boys. That's the 1000th goal for the club. And that is quite fitting, actually, for Butcher Guayno. My favourite of the three strikers, actually, even ahead of Messi, to get the goal. Top scorer of the club. I think he went ahead of someone who featured a lot early days. It might have been Alexis Sanchez, actually. And, well, 2-0 up. We're in again, potentially. It's Koke. Maybe we should keep on with these boys. Koke. To Messi. Oh, it's a great save by Leno. 15 minutes in, we're all over this guy. Koke's going to whip this in. Ah, it's Leno's. Oh, what the fuck's he doing? What's he doing? Oh, it's off the line by Vidal. The keeper just passed it straight to Sergio Busquets. It was a terrible shot, and pace was there. He's at 6s and 7s, this guy. Might make him rage quit for getting another one early. And this could be it. Koke. Luca. Oh, I tried to do the fake shot inside, and he just released the shot, unfortunately. Aubameyang's going to give it to Piszczek. Marcelo deals that.
Change of possession here.
Vidal. We're on with it.
Aubameyang.
Oh, we're on to Royce, who has the pace, and Dani Alves. Oh yes, informed Dani Alves though. Does the business. That's what I bought him for. Messi. Modric. Modric, who actually packed, I think. Koke. Into Yevhen. He feeds it. Oh.
Towards Aubameyang.
Keeper's on that. Go on, Ike. Gives it to Frank. Touch of a rapist by Frank. But he's found Koke. Great ball. That's what Rijkaard's about. He plays it out. Absolute sweeper, if ever there was one. Dangerous by them, but Marcelo's there for his 89 pace. Casillas. Out to Sergio. Oh, Rijkaard's getting in the way there though. Koke. Gives it to Modric. On to Busquets, to Konoplyanka, to Butragueno, to Messi. This guy can't touch the ball. Let's keep this up. Busquets. Messi. Oh. Play out by the keeper in the end. Oh, Frank read the pass. Yes, Frank. Koke to Marcelo, who's got the pace here. Going to use it. Oh, well, Lucas Piszczek with unknown pace. Runs it out to play though, so corner to us. And we caused a bit of mayhem with a few balls in so far. So let's try again. This could be it. Oh, yeah, Ben. It's off the line. Not known for his aerial prowess, Konoplyanka. I guess he only ever scored about 5 headers in all for the whole club. But he rose that one. Rose for that one, sorry, quite well. Sergio Ramos is all day. To Casillas. Ramos. Oh, I swear down, man. I don't know how this guy's in Division 2. If this had been me about 4 months ago and it was a bit more fresh in the game, this game probably would have been over by now. I'm not the greatest FIFA player, but this guy is not Division 2 material, certainly. This is proving it. Konoplyanka's in. Oh, he's gone round him. Yeah, Ben. Oh, it's off the line again. Boateng. Fucking hell. His boys are keeping him in this. Defensively. So perhaps I should have chipped it, to be fair. Oh, what a block, Sergio Ramos. Casillas is on that all day. Yeah, Konoplyanka, I did have the time to chip her, I think, but I thought he could have squeezed that in. It was a good clearance in the end, to be fair to the player. Luka Modric. Pace I never knew he had. So it's going to be Messi on this. I'm not going to shoot because I was dog shit at free kicks on this game, to be honest. Well, I've been since about FIFA 13, to be honest. But it was a good half. Got me 1,000th goal in the end, 2-0 up, I think, on this guy, and we were absolutely smashing him. Like. So, considering this last game as well, I think I might actually bring some subs on. Just the best of the bench, I think. Probably end up just bringing the longest servants of the club on rather than got on rating or something. Butragueno, Emilio, absolutely strength. Oh, fucking that strength, big time there. Konoplyanka's won that though. Can he get it again? This guy's jammy as fuck. I know got that away somehow. He's a disaster waiting to happen at the back, this guy. Cannot believe it's only 2-0. As it is though, the game's still somewhat in a balance. Dani Alves. Oh, fuck's sake. Just bounced off Busquets. Lewandowski to Douglas Costa, who has a lot of pace. Yes, Marcelo. Does well against his Brazilian teammate. Wins the free kick. Oh no. It's my turn to have a bit of a mare. And Sergio Ramos. Rijkaard can get that out, hopefully. It's a good ball to Aubameyang. Ooh, decent effort by the way. Butragueno. Koke. Oh, sees the ball. To Emilio. Emilio. Oh, yes, Emilio. That's what he's about. He takes it on the chest. Cool as you like finish as well. There wasn't much room to aim for there. As you can see, I play at Anfield, so got me Liverpool Classic kit on, being a Liverpool fan. And that's a goal the best of them, Kenny and Suarez, would have been proud of. Little toe poke across.
So one-sided today, but all credit to the team They're racking up the goals. Free kick given.
So I want to free kick myself ideally, just so I can make some subs.
It's Messi.
Could be a break on here. Lionel's just going to wait. There we go.
Modric.
To Luca. Tackle by Royce, I think. Vidal comes away.
Marvellous tackle. And he's moved in trying to jostle the opponent off his stride.
Yes, Conor Plianka.
Sergio Busquets.
To Busquets.
Able to make
Oh, God almighty.
well read by the defender.
Oh, yeah, then. Oh, it was nearly beautiful. Just chipped it back over. See the idea from Lewandowski, but even Alba's not going to chase that, mate. Rijkaard picks it up. Gives it to Dani Alves. He's turned his man well. Go on, Danny. The ball's there for Messi.
Well, that'll be a throw.
Nah, it's unfortunate. Taken out.
Royce. Vidal. It's a diagonal ball to switch the play here. Almost ordered his teammates.
Good play by the lads. Lewandowski's in. Aubameyang, goal. Might be a goal for them. Oh, the post. I would like to keep a clean sheet in my first and last game of FIFA 16 on the channel. Messi. Good ball. Dani Alves.
There is some backup for him.
Oh, he skips past them. The ball's there. Emilio for his hat-trick. Lucky me.
That's a better effort from the goalkeeper. He's not had his best match, but it's a decent stop.
Yeah, a bit of a port in a storm that. It's not been his best display, but that was good.
Never to Aubameyang. Oh, Dani Alves tackles him, then fucking... Don't even know who it was. Oh, someone runs it straight on. I think it might have been Rijkaard. Douglas Costa's going to whip this in. This guy's playing a lot better now. Well, I think it is too little too late for him. Gonna make me subs then, so let's just get whoever I do feel is a good servant of the club. James played a lot of games, so best to get him on for Koke, who's already done his bit. For me, it's these guys. Alexis Sanchez was an ever-present. I ended up signing him for 150k, and he played a lot of games. Who else played the next most? I'd say probably Giorgio Chiellini, so let's take Ramos off as well.
To his name, and the midfield player is now coming off.
Yeah, he's one of those.
So my Serie A team was actually my first team in this setup, and the main one for a number of months actually. However, yeah, gradually this one just became my favourite. So I think Chiellini was never quite given the game time he perhaps deserved later on. So I'll get him some now. Butragueños put the ball in. None of my strikers are ever particularly tall though, so I forgot literally went over Yevon's head. Oh, they've got Rooney on now. Over to Marco Royce, oh, to Rooney. Might get the goal for them.
That's great work by the goalkeeper.
Ike. Emilio. That's almost takes it out. What's he doing skill moves for? You're going to be 3-0, mate. Fucking mob. He's done me a bit there. He's not really going anywhere though. I'll take that all day, mate. Because now it's Emilio. Now it's Lionel. Gives it back to Emilio. Oh, it's a great tackle by Boateng, to be fair to him. James, Dani Alves. Over to Busquets. He's had this guy on toe, Sergio Busquets.
Looking for some support.
Now he gives it to Sanchez. He's cut inside. Alexis. Sanchez. Oh.
Now it's with Wayne Rooney. And look at the clock now. 3 minutes to go.
It's a decent ball by Lewandowski. I think he's going to make it. Aubameyang.
And in goes the cross.
That's a no one. I'll take that all day, mate. So it's a good way to finish off this. Definitely got the win now, I feel. 1,001 goals we're going to end up on. So let's just see if we can have one last attack actually and maybe get Emilio his hat-trick. Could do. No, instead we're going to find Sanchez. Onto James. Oh, it was nearly there for the 4th. And there we go, final whistle goes, and it was a 3-0 win, so I ended up on 3 points from one game, Division 2. And pretty good result and performance for our last game. The guy probably did actually have the better of the second half, but I think he had to come at me a bit more. And as you can see overall, we definitely deserved the win. So, general impression of FIFA 16 in a whole actually, sort of my last review for it ahead of the new game is that it was a game that took more getting used to, but I did really enjoy it. I know that sometimes the AI was a bit shitty playing them and it was a bit boring, but I quite liked the online play. It was hard to defend at times, but I did find it enjoyable. And as I said earlier, I just hope FIFA 17 is the same and get as much enjoyment out of playing that. So there we go, finished with 1,001 goals, scored, conceded 936, so I mean you can see what I'm talking about. My games on average were 2.38, it's 2.22, so they're always entertaining. And so I wish I'd have sort of recorded some of these, but unfortunately I started the channel a bit too late to be uploading here. Don't know if there's anything else to show you guys. The way the head-to-heads are. Friendly seasons. I had a few friendly seasons with some mates. Doesn't really appear on here. I had packs that were owed to me actually that I never really received. So if it had been earlier on the run, I'd have fucking complained at EA. I was going to open some... Oh no, fuck it. There's no point in opening this though. So, yeah, I'm going to retire my club there. And I hope you've enjoyed the episode anyway, guys. So, just run through this actually. There's the final stats for this setup anyway. Karim Benzema actually got a lot of goals, so I should maybe have brought him on because he was the next best servant. But I finished with a decent squad, and yeah, ideally I'm going to at the least get close to this with FIFA 17 at the end, so it just depends on how we get on. The target is Division 1, and in the end I think I was actually well set to return Division 1 then, hopefully anyway. But that's the episode anyway, guys, so thanks for joining us. I said I wanted to show you my old squads just before I move on to the new one, and as well for myself, I think it's advantageous maybe for me before, because I may well end up uninstalling this game in a couple of months, so that I always have a record then of my old setup. So I hopefully catch you for future videos. I'm going to be doing FIFA 17 a lot more now. The actual game's going to be coming out. So I'll be back soon with some of that content. So